$60. Then it was no payments and no interest for 1 full year. Now, Wallside has combined both. For a limited time only, buy 5 or more Wallside windows, get a 6th window for only $60. Plus, no payments and no interest for 1 full year. And homeowners who call this week get free argon gas. $60 windows, plus no payments and no interest till July 2005. Only from Wallside. Call 1-800-521-7800.
You're watching WXYZ 7. Now, action news at 11.
The Pistons took the lead from the get-go and never let go. Good evening, everyone. I'm a happy Diana Lewis.
And I'm Stephen Clark, equally happy. Now they're just 2 wins away from an NBA championship. Our post-game coverage begins with the most extensive coverage in town. Don Shane, live at the Palace. Don.
All right, thank you, guys. I don't think the Pistons could have played a much better game than they did tonight, getting contributions from everybody and absolutely dominating the Lakers by a final score of 88-68. Let's go to the highlights of this one, and they're all pretty darn good as far as the Pistons are concerned. Tayshaun with the alley-oop to Sheed for the jam right there, and they were off and running. Then Rip, offensive rebound coming up here, and a jumper. And the Pistons were up by 6 after that one. To end the first quarter, how about Tayshaun with a 3 to put the Pistons up by 8? And now to the second quarter, the Lakers got a little closer. Shaq with the hook. They were down by 5. He led them with 14 first-half points. But then it was Tayshaun again with a nice pass to Rip right here for the layup. The Pistons were up by 7 at halftime. Rip led them with 14. To the third quarter, Chauncey was just incredible in this quarter. Watch this, the drive, the layup, and he gets fouled. Pistons up by 13. And then the Pistons with another fast break. Rasheed to Rip. He misses, but Tayshaun with the follow slam, and they're up by 14. Wild scramble underneath here. Pistons hustle. Look at Rip getting the ball and putting it back up and in. They led by 12 after 3. Fourth quarter, how about Eldon Campbell tipping it away on one end, getting a slam at the other end, and then Eldon again starting the fast break with a steal. Lindsay to Rip. It ends up back to Lindsay. The Pistons win by 20. Joining me live is Rip Hamilton right now. What a complete game. You guys just played like you own these guys tonight.
Man, you know what? We just came out and played hard. You know, we played together on both ends of the floor. You know, we stayed connected the whole time, and we just ain't want to let this game slip away.
Is this as good as you can play? Because if you can play better, the Lakers got to be fearful of that.
I think we can always play better, you know, as long as we continue to just to play together, you know, and fight and come out and hit first. And everything else will take care of itself.
Were you able to do, it looked like it to the fans, I would guess, just about anything you wanted to do?
You know, it's not that easy sometimes, you know, like I said. But the thing about us, you know, we play good together, you know, especially in these type of situations. And we just went out, executed our offense, and let the game come to us.
You almost look up at the scoreboard looking 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 points. Almost have to pinch yourself. You're beating the Lakers by 20.
Not at all, man, because, you know, they're a team that can come back at any time. And we just wanted to stay on our P's and Q's and, you know, keep contesting shots and try to get easy baskets.
You know, when you look at this thing and you look what you got coming up, you feel like, gee whiz, wouldn't it have been nice if we didn't blow that other one? We'd be up 3-zip right now.
Well, you can say that about a lot of the games. A game in New Jersey, a game in Indiana, you know, and things like that. But we just said we gave a couple games away, and we know that. But we just got to come out and play harder. You learn from them times, and we did a great job of coming out and playing our game.
I would say you learned it another way. People were very concerned, maybe you guys weren't, that there'd be some psychological letdown, it'd be a carryover effect from what happened, but there was none of that.
Not at all, man. We mentally strong, man. These guys in that locker room, man, you know, they do everything possible to get ready, you know, and come out and hype each other up. And we said after that game, we're going to lead this in the locker room, and that's what we try to do.
You think you got the Lakers thinking to themselves, what in the world have we run into here?
I don't know, man. You know, like I said, this is the NBA Finals. You know, both teams ain't here for no reason. You know, we're here for a reason. They're here for a reason. As long as we play our game, we're in good shape.
You got 4 days to sit on this thing and wait for the next one. That's not going to bother you. It's going to be a fun 3 or 4 days waiting for that Sunday game, won't it?
Well, it's always good to have days off or to win. You know, I think it would have been tougher. You know what I mean? We came out and didn't play the way we was capable of playing. But we came out and fought. Like I said, now we got to go back and watch tape and figure out what we can do better.
How about the atmosphere in this building tonight?
Crazy. Crazy. It's unbelievable, man. I mean, like I said, it's a whole new different atmosphere when you play in Detroit and you play in L.A. Man, these fans out here is loyal. They're going to do everything possible to come out and cheer us on.
Congratulations, Rip. Thanks for talking.
Thanks a lot.
All right, Rip Hamilton. Now, the other half of the backcourt duo, of course, is Chauncey Billups. I had a chance to talk to Chauncey as soon as he was walking off the court, and here's how that interview went. I guess there was no letdown, huh?
No letdown. You know, we were focused, you know, these last 2 days on just coming out and being very aggressive and not letting that what happened in game 2 beat us tonight, and we did a very good job of that.
What is it about this team whenever something bad seems to happen in the playoffs, you always come back strong and win the next game?
Yeah, it's just pride, man. We got a lot of pride. We got a very proud team. We know how good we can be. We know how good we are, and we're not going to let anybody deter us from our goals.
Is that as complete a game and as dominant a game as you guys can play against this team?
I think it's, you know, that's a great game for us. You know, it might be, and I think that's a good enough game. You know, when you can play defense like that and offensively you can have a lot of people going, I think that's a great game.
How about Eldon Campbell off the bench tonight?
Eldon was big. He's big. You know, we said all along that he was going to really be one of the most important players in this series as far as putting his body on Big Shaq and, you know, being able to hit these 15-footers. So he had a great game.
I know you can't look back, but do you almost feel like, darn, we should be up 3-0?
Yeah, we felt like that before this game, but, you know, like I said, we can't worry about none of that. We're up 2-1 right now, and that's the reality of things. And, you know, there's no ifs right now in basketball. So we're up 2-1. We got another game coming up on Sunday.
Your confidence has to be sky high.
Our confidence is. You know, we feel like we're playing real good basketball right now. We feel like our defense is really anchoring our offense. And, you know, we're happy to just be, you know, playing this kind of ball at this time of the year.
You don't really have to do anything different on Sunday, do you? Same stuff, and you'll be just fine.
If we could do the same stuff and play the same way, you know, it's going to be tough to beat us.
Okay, thanks, Chauncey. Okay. There you have it, Chauncey Billups. Pistons head coach Larry Brown is at the press conference podium now, so let's join Larry live.
But I thought he played great. You know, he came off screens. For the most part, took good shots. We got him out on the break, and he finished. You know, I don't think Kobe guarded him as much as he had in the past. And they even put Kobe on, you know, Chauncey when they were trying to make a run. But our guards were phenomenal, you know, in the second half in particular. And Rip has the ability to score, and he also has the ability to get other people involved. And that's my challenge, to get him to understand that.
Last question right here.
To follow up on that, how critical was your guard play to this victory?
Well, I look at their guards. They got pretty good guards, and all year, I think our guards, when they play the complete game, when they take shots that are available, hit open people, you know, start our defense, run the break, that's when we're at our best. And tonight, I think for the most part, especially in the second half, they did all those things. So if we have any chance of keeping this series going, we got to have effort like that from our guards. But last thing, the stats on Rashid and Tayshaun and Ben and Eldon are deceiving.
All right, that's Larry Brown at the press conference. We're now joined live with Ben Wallace. Looked pretty easy out there for you guys tonight. I know it was harder than it looked, but it looked pretty easy.
Anytime you got to guard, you know, Shaq and Kobe out there, it never comes easy.
Tell us what that's like, because obviously you've done a pretty darn good job.
I mean, it's tough. You know, they're two of the best players in the world today. And once they get it going, you know, it's tough to guard. So all you can do is just keep a body on them and contest all these shots, and just hope they're having a bad night.
Are you even a little amazed at how much bigger he is than you and how much physical abuse you take from him?
You know, I went up against him a couple of times. I know he's a big fella. You know, I know what he brings to the table. And, you know I just got to stick around and pick up all the scraps he leaves. Tonight, you got contributions from just about every single person on this team, as it's been all year long. This is the way the Pistons have played basketball. Finally, the Lakers got to see it. Yeah, you know, I think all season our depth been carrying us. You know, a lot of people talk about Indiana and those other guys' bench. But our bench been carrying us for the last 2 years. You know, these guys been stepping up big whenever needed. And they just continue to go out there and continue to play whenever their numbers call. I think that's the key to the success of this team. You are halfway to the NBA title, 2 wins. Do you allow yourself to think about that just a little bit? Not at all, man. We just got to take it one game at a time, you know, just continue to go out and work hard and give it our all. And the team that ultimately plays the hard in this series is going to be the one to win. In reality, could you have ever imagined the domination of a Laker team the way you did tonight? Not in my wildest dream. You know, if anybody told us that the outcome of this game was going to be like this, you know, I would have begged them different. But, you know, we're just coming out. We just continue to play. We're not taking anything for granted. We get out the loose balls. You know, we're attacking the boards, and we're attacking them guys. They're attacking us, so we're attacking back. You know, and it seemed like I talked to some of the other guys. The world was worried about the effect it was going to have on you, what happened in the last game. It didn't seem to bother you guys a lick. You know, like I was telling everybody, you know, it wasn't going to bother us as much as a lot of people think it was. You know, we allowed that game to slip away. You know, so we swallowed that. We swallowed our pride a little bit. And, you know, we hear all the criticism that Coach Brown been taking. We just want to come in here and, you know, just get back at it and show everybody that we still that same team. Maybe we should trust you a little more than we do, huh? I told y'all, please believe it. I'm sorry we didn't. Congratulations, Ben. Another great night. All right, thanks. See you on Sunday. Yep. Ben Wallace, let's go to the podium. Phil Jackson is at the presser right now, and join him.
In the baskets, you know, he had a few things that didn't go down for him, didn't get to the line too often.
Phil, what did you see from Shaq tonight?
Say again?
What did you see from Shaq tonight?
Well, he couldn't get a break the second half. You know, he got an offensive foul, and the guy came over his back and knocked it away and lost it. And he lost a couple balls that he had inside, couldn't control the ball when he give it inside. So there were 4 or 5 opportunities in the interior where he had the ball where things just didn't go right for him. I mean, he didn't get a whole lot in the offensive boards tonight either. So, you know, those things, you know, hampered his effectiveness, and then he got in foul trouble, and things like that happened.
This side in the back.
Coach, did you think you got a little bit frustrated as it went on, as those things you were just talking about occurred?
You know, we thought, you know, we had, you know, stemmed the momentum edge at the end of the half, and we felt better about our game when we came in. Said, you know, we didn't play a whole lot of good minutes out there, but we did finish up okay, and now we have to go out and establish it. And, you know, we went out and scored the first basket of the second half and couldn't continue the pace. I mean, they beat us to the punch. And, you know, what is noticeable is the foul discrepancy. You know, they've almost shot 2-1 in free throws in this series now in 3 games. And, you know, that a lot of times is a sign of the aggressor. Now, I mean, the team is most aggressive in basketball, and we're the reactors. And I think that's what we're upset about as a basketball team. We're not reacting well.
Right here in the front.
Phil, what kind of, what did you see out of Carl tonight, and now how do you go on with him? Similar sort of, put him up against Rasheed and rest him when Rasheed sits, or?
You know, he looked like he was struggling out there tonight, I thought, in the second half. First half, I was content with the way he played. He gave us an effort. You know, not everything worked well for him. He didn't get a call going to the basket and looked like he got fouled. And, you know, he played on through it, and he didn't lose his composure out there. The second half, I didn't think he got loose. He just didn't get warmed up, and the game was deteriorating quickly around it, and we had to have some pressure up court. So, you know, I opted not to push him any farther than that.
Phil Jackson has an awful lot of work to do to get ready for Sunday, because his guys took an absolute whooping from the Pistons here at the Palace tonight. 88-68, an all-time low for the Lakers in a playoff game. We're back later on in the newscast with more. For now, I'm Don Shane. Stephen and Diana, back to you.
Don, thank you very much. Excellent coverage. We appreciate hearing from all the keys. Thanks.
It's a big night for the guys on the court, but it's also a big night for the men who own the Lakers and the Pistons. Action News reporter Ray Saya talked with them about their teams and their own rivalry. Ray?
Dinah, first off, the fans are loving it out here. The Pistons ate the Lakers for dinner, and these fans are going home satisfied. You know, there's lots of Laker and Pistons fans out there, but their 2 biggest fans have to be their 2 team owners. They have very different personalities, but they have the same goal of winning another NBA championship. On the court, it's the Pistons locking horns with the Lakers. But off the court, it's Pistons owner Bill Davidson.
Well, I think we're going to do it.
Going head-to-head with Laker owner Jerry Buss. Dr. Buss, welcome to Detroit.
Thank you.
The 2 team owners' personalities are about as different as their teams. Mr. Davidson doesn't crave the spotlight and travels with few companions. Dr. Buss, on the other hand, loves Hollywood's limelight and is never short on companions. Mr. Davidson has already wrapped up 1 pro championship. His NHL team, the Tampa Bay Lightning, won the Stanley Cup. But Dr. Buss says when it comes to counting championships, hockey doesn't count.
Your counterpart, Mr. Davidson, already has 1 championship he's won up on. Well, if you include hockey, that's true. However, the Lakers have won 8 world championships since I've been the mentor.
Both team owners would love to add another NBA championship to their trophy case. Both are full of confidence.
We're real confident that you know, they can do it.
But they're also full of respect for one another.
I admire him enormously. He's probably the smartest man in the NBA.
All right, after tonight's game, Bill Davidson is 2 wins away from the NBA championship, and Dr. Buzz has to be a little worried, and these fans are loving it. Live at the Palace, Ray Say, Channel 7 Action.
All right, thank you, Ray. For many fans, just being close to the Palace was close enough, and that's turning restaurants in Auburn Hills into big winners. Action News reporter Peggy Agar is live with the story. Peggy.
Well, Diana, how's this for an afro so huge it's not just enough for one person, but for 2 people. That's how big that thing is. We're at the Post Bar right across the street from the Palace, and there are so many people here. They even have a hot dog stand out to feed the people who can't get into the bar. At the Post Bar, they love the Pistons, but could use a little advice in the love department. Do you think this is a good place to take a girl on a date?
During the game, absolutely.
You know, you're an attractive woman. You probably could find a boyfriend that could actually get you tickets to the game itself. I'd say there's not a bad seat in this house, but no, I found it. I've been around this entire bar, and I think you may actually have the worst seat to see the game.
I have a perfect view of the big screen right here.
There's a big pole in the way.
It's not a big bowl. You got to sit where I'm sitting. So I can see the score and I can see the play. It's great. You can't get better than this.
Is it better?
I got pizza, beer, and it's cheaper.
The Palace may have the stars, but the stars came out here too. There's Stone Cold Steve Austin, Angelina Jolie. Do people ever say that you look like LL Cool J?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm bad. I'm bad.
Do you think that you're the best looking Ben Wallace in here?
Look around. You tell me.
Look at this. Look at me. I've got Ben Wallace on a finger, pro on a finger.
Yeah, but you know what? Look at the difference. There ain't no comparison.
Do I have envy for yours?
No, you're all right. You got your support of Pistons. You're all right.
Who am I to judge? Even faux Ben can attract the ladies. So the party has more than started here at the Post Bar. Let's just try and see if we can keep it going. At least a couple more games, right? 2 more games in Detroit. Let's win them both, and let's get all these people back out here. Live across from the Palace, Peggy Agar. Steven, back to you.
Thank you very much, Peggy. Now let's turn to Action News reporter Heather Catala, who's been keeping an eye out for the real famous faces in the crowd at the Palace. Heather, are the stars coming out tonight? And if they are they hiding?
Shoot their way through the finals, they're bringing out the stars.
Oh, you know what? I just like the smell of victory.
The old bad boys showed up to cheer on the new bad boys of Detroit. What's it like being back here tonight?
It's exciting. It's fun. It's nice to see the enthusiasm with the fans and the whole Detroit area, so it's exciting.
Tonight, courtside royalty included the lovely Renee Zellweger, Detroit superstar Eminem, Vince Neil, formerly of Motley Crue, and of course our very own Tom Izzo and Steve Mariucci. Motown legend Anita Baker revved up the crowd with her opening high notes, and Tommy the Hitman Hearns was ready to knock out any unruly Lakers.
I'm sitting my very, very best. I mean, you know, I'll be up there hollering and screaming and saying, go Pistons, dunk the ball, dunk the ball.
The Contours also wanted to groove with their hometown team.
We want to make sure that everybody dance in and dance out.
Show those LA people that they don't have anything on Detroit.
Nothing. This is Motown. Yes.
Yes, that was Heather Catala reporting. The Pistons and the Lakers will meet again Sunday night, and you can only see it right here on Channel 7. Our coverage begins at 8 p.m. with the Rock Financial Game Day Show. Tip-off will be at 9. We'll cap off our coverage with live reports right after the game.
Not time to go to sleep yet. We have much more Pistons coverage ahead, including a look at how some of the fans are supporting the players and also what that knucklehead Jimmy Kimmel is saying today.
That's late night talk show host Jimmy Kimmel is once again trying to make amends.
This is Ben Wallace. Yes, this is little Ben Wallace. Kim and Mike Lutz of Waterford sent us this shot of 3-year-old Noah warming up before a Pistons game.
We're excited. The Pistons won. We'll be right back.
Coming up on Nightline, from blues to jazz and country and big band, he did it all with his piano, his saxophone, and his unforgettable voice. Remembering the music and the man, the legendary Ray Charles, tonight.
The newly designed Nissan Altima. Engaging. A shift in style. From fit to finish. It's forward-thinking. Introducing the beautifully redesigned 2005 Nissan Altima at only $239 a month for a limited time. $239 a month. Enlightening. See your Nissan dealer now.
No matter where you go in this town, one name you see is Wallside, Michigan's #1 replacement window company. #1 for one good reason. We keep our promises. When you see this sign, you know you've made the right choice. Wallside, most preferred, most referred.
I like that. McDonald's and Sony Connect are hooking up for the greatest music deal in history. Every time you buy a Big Mac meal, you get a free song. Just go to Connect.com to get your access to hundreds of thousands of hot tracks.
Bill Bonds, truth? I love talking about the news, and let me tell you, this is news.
Only at Gardner White, one massive clearance sale. We must move merchandise. Every price is cut. You save as much as 75% on the best furniture with 0% interest for 3 entire years, and we pay your sales tax and no minimum purchase. Only at Gardner White, you get this amazing deal on each and every item you choose. Don't miss this sale.
This is the best time to buy furniture. Get to Gardner White now.
Late night talk show host Jimmy Kimmel is once again trying to make amends for his cheap shot against the city of Detroit.
I mean, besides the fact that I'm a Laker fan, I realize that they're going to burn the city of Detroit down if the Pistons win. And it's not worth it.
That's what he said during halftime on Tuesday night's game. He issued a half-hearted apology yesterday, then railed on Detroit again during his show last night. Channel 7 and the network pulled it off the air. Today, Kimmel issued another statement, quote, "When you're 2,000 miles away from a city you have never lived in, it's hard to understand the sadness people feel from something that happened in their town, even if it happened many years ago. It was never my intention to cause anyone pain. I was trying to make a joke, and I'm sorry it resulted in anything other than laughter."
Pistons fans are putting their bodies on the line for their team. Take a look at Jesse Tompkins, one of the many Piston fans who offered up their bodies as canvases for a Sterling Heights tattoo parlor. Tattoo artists use stencils to carefully apply Pistons logos over their entire body. The good news, these aren't real tattoos. They're painted on, and they will wash off.
One Pistons star gets his game started hours ahead of time by sitting down to a high-powered dinner. Guard Rip Hamilton from my hometown of Coatesville, Pennsylvania, has eaten the same meals on game day since college. 2 hours before the game, Hamilton eats a plate of whole grain pasta mixed with spinach, broccoli, and other vegetables. After the game, he refuels on a high-protein meal of fish, beets, and grains. If the Pistons win, sometimes Rip has cheesecake for dessert.
Rip, have the whole cheesecake tonight. Go ahead. The home voice of the Pistons announced this first game in the national spotlight of the NBA Finals tonight.
Piston fans on your feet. Time to meet and greet the Ballers representing the Detroit Pistons.
That's John Mason, who's been a top morning jock on Detroit radio for 2 decades, but for the last 3 seasons, he's been moonlighting as the Pistons announcer at the Palace.
It's a thrill. There are 30 jobs in the NBA to do that public announce address thing, and I'm one of those 30.
Mason predicted the Pistons would win tonight's game by 7. Sorry about this, John, but what do you know? Huh? It was almost 20 points.
While we're in for a wet weekend, the Doppler 7 forecast is coming up next.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Sunday at 8, it's Pistons pre-game day. Chuck Daly joins Don Shane for the Inside Story, followed by the game. Then it's action news and post-game day with the best highlights. The Rock Financial Pistons Game Day, starting Sunday at 8, only on 7.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Walsh College. Enroll now for the summer semester at Walsh. Visit them at walshcollege.edu or come in on Walk-In Wednesday.
Premier screening tomorrow.
Ticket plans for next year are going fast. Reserve yours by putting $250 down now. Call now or visit pistons.com.
It's the 100th anniversary of the Chrysler and Jeep Superstore's APBA Gold Cup races. There's lots of action on the water and off. Now, qualified returning Daimler Chrysler employee lessees can lease a Grand Cherokee Laredo for just $199 a month. And you can register for a chance to win a 2-year lease on the all-new Chrysler 300. Plus, take a test drive and you'll get 2 free tickets to the races on July 18th. Don't miss the action during June bonus days. Get to your Chrysler and Jeep Superstores today.
Bill Bonds, truth? I love talking about the news, and let me tell you, this is news.
Only at Gardner White, one massive clearance sale. We must move merchandise. Every price is cut. You save as much as 75% on the best furniture with 0% interest for 3 entire years, and we pay your sales tax and no minimum purchase. Only at Gardner White, you get this amazing deal on each and every item you choose. Don't miss this sale.
This is the best time to buy furniture. Get to Gardner White now.
Now at Arby's, you can get a delicious Arby's melt sandwich for just 99 cents. Arby's slow-roasted roast beef sliced thin, topped with tangy cheddar cheese sauce on a toasted sesame seed bun. But hurry, the 99-cent Arby's melt deal is for a limited time only. Arby's, what are you eating today?
Introducing Arby's new Market Fresh salads with tender chicken and lots of surprising ingredients. Try the Martha's Vineyard, the Asian Sesame, and the Santa Fe. Arby's new Market Fresh salads, as good as you'd get at a nice sit-down restaurant.
A quick story here. Diana and I are standing outside the Palace tonight, right before the game, and who walks by?
Tayshaun.
Tayshaun, and Diana looks and says, Tayshaun, come here, I want to hold your hand. Yeah. Tayshaun has got his game face on, and he's walking by, but he turns around, walks over to this woman, and takes her hand.
He certainly did, and he played well tonight. I felt so good about that. He's such a humble guy.
And look who else wants to touch your hand.
The luck of the Irish.
There you go. Thank you, Diana.
Good, now we'll take this opportunity to go back there and talk about today's weather there.
Hey, we stopped the Lakers. If we could just stop the rain, everybody would be happy. Let me show you what's going on with the radar. It's still raining in a lot of spots. It's not as heavy as it's going to be, though. Unfortunately, there's going to be more to come tonight, and it will get heavier and heavier and heavier before it stops. And it may not stop in some spots until Tuesday of next week. Not what you wanted to hear. At least the Pistons want. All right, here's the current look. You can see it's working its way toward the northeast. Watch what's happening down here to the east or to the west of Indianapolis. Big thunderstorms have been brewing, and they are moving and turning the corner. Everything's been going north to Chicago, then following I-80 toward us. And what will happen is the front that's sitting just to our south is going to move very little, and that just keeps things bubbling up. And I think probably late tonight, we get heavier and heavier and heavier into tomorrow and through the day tomorrow, most of it. And with all that heavy rain coming, plus the rain we've had lately, plus all of May, there's some concern about flooding. So a flood watch has been posted by the National Weather Service for the rest of tonight and through the day tomorrow because of that potential for heavy rain. It is raining out at the airport right now, 93% for the relative humidity, 30.01. The pressure is holding steady. East winds at 5 miles per hour, and they're going to stay that way tonight from the east to northeast, and the same thing tomorrow. So it will be cool. You wouldn't think about a whole lot of heavy rain when it's cool outside, but the warmer temperatures are just to our south, and we're going to keep things aggravated for a while. 59 degrees right now in Detroit, 58 in Pontiac, 57 in Mount Clemens, Port Huron only at 55. A few spots still in the 60s like Adrian and Monroe down to the south. Temperatures will not change much tonight or tomorrow as well. Look at the warmth, though. Again, down here in St. Louis, southern parts of Indiana, southern parts of Ohio in the 70s, well into the 70s. And as that tries to move back to the north, more moisture, more warmth, and unfortunately more rain. Here's the front tonight. It's more or less stationary. Tomorrow it tries to creep a little bit closer. The rain increases tonight and hangs on tomorrow as well. 50s for lows tonight, mid to upper 50s. You notice the trend is still rain. Tomorrow the trend is still rain. And again, we have some flooding concerns. We'll be watching it very closely for you. Remember, after the rain is done, you can still have river flooding. It takes a little time for the rivers to fill up. That's what happened last time in the month of May. Hopefully we don't have to do it again in June here. Tonight in Detroit, 57. The rain is going to increase in coverage and in intensity. And we'll get some periods of heavy rain. The same thing tomorrow. Showers and thunderstorms with periods of heavy rain. Highs again tomorrow only in the 60s, maybe a degree or two warmer than today, but not much. Temperatures will warm up to the mid-70s to about 80 degrees over the weekend. The rain chances do come down, but still, unfortunately, options for rain on Saturday and Sunday and Monday. It may be all the way till Tuesday before we dry out, and we've talked about this a lot in May. It rained and rained and rained and rained, and then we got the major flooding. We might have that kind of situation in the next couple of days. So into next week, you got to be careful, and we'll be watchful for you.
Okay. One more thing on the Tayshaun thing. You know, he touched her hand tonight. He had a pretty good game.
He certainly
You may become a good luck charm. Before every game, he's going to call Diane up. Just come here. Touch me.
Reach out and touch. Thank you. Here's a look at the headlines in tomorrow's Detroit Free Press. Detroit's Midtown District hopes to shine with the Festival of the Arts this weekend. In the Weekend Guide, a review of the movie remake of Stepford Wives. And Mitch Albom writes about what else, the big game with the Lakers. That's all in tomorrow's Detroit Free Press. And as we mentioned earlier, Ben Wallace fans come in all shapes and sizes.
Here's one of the odder shapes. Take a look at Norman. Norman's an 8-year-old Welsh Corgi from Waterford. He's been a Pistons fan since way back when he was a puppy. And he barks when Ben scores. We'll be right back.
Caught on tape, a boy kills his teacher.
And that's when the gun went off.
Now in prison, his father speaks out. Menendez, Yates, Peterson, notorious trials, the inside story. Next, Oprah.
Tomorrow at 4 on 7.
Buick presents a summer sensation. Rainier, Buick's luxury SUV with leather-appointed seating, 275 horsepower, 17-inch aluminum wheels, automatic load-leveling rear suspension, plus the security of OnStar, all standard. GM employees can lease a Rainier CXL now for just $299 a month for 24 months. Call for details. Summer sensation. Quality meets value at your Buick dealer.
Life's like a sponge. You got to squeeze to get every last drop out of it. That goes for checking.
Maximum strength checking.
No parading around hunting for free ATMs. Insist your bank has them everywhere. Find a banker who doesn't think your name is 60307. Don't settle for skimpy, wimpy checking. Squeeze it to the maximum.
Free checking and thousands of ATMs. Maximum strength checking. Only from Bank One.
Feel it, live it, let the party begin at Greek Town. Come on, everybody, let's party, yeah. Come on, everybody, let's party. Feel it, live it, let the party begin at Greek Town.
Hi, this is Brian Elias, president of Hanson's Window and Siding. The one thing that I've learned is you have a choice. Why did you choose Hanson's?
Price, quality, the IQ glass compared second to none.
For my money, Hanson's had the absolute best quality product on the market.
Hanson's won, hands down.
This week, get free installation from Hanson's. You'll save hundreds. Call me now.
Make sure that you call Hanson's.
Right now. 833-222-44 Hanson's.
We've got all the highlights from Game 3.
Oh, yeah. Plus, we'll hear from Pistons players and show you how you can win tickets to Game 4.
It's Action News Friday morning. Starts at 5 a.m. Go Pistons.
Watch Eric, Carolyn, and Dave. 7 Action News this morning.
Detroit's own Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, is remembering Ray Charles tonight as the voice of a lifetime. She's one of many friends and fans mourning his death. The R&B legend passed away from liver disease at the age of 73. Action News reporter Glenn Zimmerman talked to another Motown great who was inspired by the man and his music.
You can see that it's been well played.
Clutching her first Ray Charles album back from 1964, Motown recording artist Martha Reeves remembers the impact of the man.
Ray Charles made a lot of women happy when their husbands would come home after he sang a song. And he sang, you know, the nighttime is the right time to be with the one you love.
In her career, she did sing with this legend. But even beyond his musical ability, it was perhaps his subtle genius that impressed her most.
When he was working with his band, he could hear a note and tell right away who was playing it and correct it. Just by listening.
Beyond this auto show performance, Ray Charles sang in Detroit several different times. His last show was here at the Music Hall, and inside the office of the artistic director is literally a shrine to the man and a relationship that spans some 30 years together.
Then the photographer showed up and we were both smiling and he caught it at that precise moment. But he held me closely and I'll never forget his warmth or his love. I mean, that was the moment of my life in the music industry. I think Ray in death will become greater than he even was in life, and that's saying something.
Actually, Frank told me for many years he's been trying to get Ray Charles to perform at the Jazz Fest. He said there was scheduling problems every year. It never worked out. This year, though, it looked like it was going to work out. And that, for Detroit, just makes it even that much more sad. From downtown Detroit, I'm Glenn Zimmerman, Channel 7 Action News.
His music will live on forever. That's the very latest from Action News. We would invite you to stay with us for a special Pistons post-game show.
And wake up with Action News this morning beginning at 5 a.m. Then stay tuned for Good Morning America beginning at 7. Again, thanks so much for looking in. Have a good night, everyone.
This has been a presentation of 7 Action News, on your side. More people in Michigan get their news from 7 Action News than any other source.
It's just like being at a Pistons game, huh, guys?
It's just not the same. Tickets are going fast. Call now.
We're gonna drive on down the road. All I wanna do is drive.
There's a lot of things to see in life, and you can trust Discount Tire Company to take you there.
And right now, buy 4 select tires and get up to a $50 free Lowe's gift card. Choose from great brands like Michelin, BF Goodrich, and more. And get a $25 Lowe's gift card on select popular wheel brands.
So come drive through life with Discount Tire Company.
Discount Tire Company, let's drive.
Our patients have been asking why Henry Ford Optimize now sells every frame for half off every day. Even the big names in fashion. It's really quite simple. Since we're eye doctors first, we think your eye care should come first. And going to a half-price policy on all frames will stop the need for all those boring sales and put the focus where it should be, on your eye care.
Aren't you ready?
I'm ready for Optimize.
I'm ready for Optimize.
I'm ready for Optimize.
Aren't you ready for Optimize?
Grew up playing on these hills in the vineyards. We care who our neighbors are in this town.
When we heard Walmart was coming to Napa, we were very excited.
Walmart filled a large empty building, and they hired a lot of our people. They gave a product that people can afford.
Walmart gives us a better quality of life. It makes our lives easier.
To have my own family and friends tell me how much they appreciate the store, I'm really proud of that.
Their tax revenue supports our parks, our streets, our schools, and we're grateful for it.
First, it was windows for $60. Then it was no payments and no interest for 1 full year. Now, Wallside has combined both. For a limited time only, buy 5 or more Wallside windows, get a 6th window for only $60. Plus, no payments and no interest for 1 full year. And homeowners who call this week get free argon gas. $60 windows, plus no payments and no interest till July 2005. Only from Wallside. Call 1-800-521-7800.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Pistons Game Day Report, the post-game show, as the Pistons have beaten the Lakers 88-68 and now take the lead in the series 2-1. And Tayshaun Prince joins me to talk about this. This is a pretty solid effort on your team. You could not, I would assume, play too much better than you played tonight.
Definitely it was a must for us to come out and play hard, play aggressive from the start. Obviously, coming back from L.A., them taking game 2, so we definitely want them to come out and get this one because the momentum would have swung their way. So we definitely came out and made plays on both ends of the floor.
I was going to say, you played with a sense of purpose, especially considering how devastating it seemed you lost game 2.
Oh, yeah, we had to come out with this intensity. We started off in the game, run our plays to a T, got off to an 8-0 run, and, you know, got the crowd into the game. And the crowd was unbelievable tonight, and we definitely made plays throughout the whole game.
All right, let's talk about your play. As we watch some highlights here, you were taking it to the basket a lot tonight, it seemed.
Definitely we had to be aggressive. As you can see, Ben handing it off, and I'm going in for a layup. We just had to take the ball inside and get to the foul line. I think, you know, the fouls, free throws, was 30 to, I think, 11 or something like that. So we really had to just attack the basket, and that's what we did.
You know, a lot has been made of whether or not you were going to be able to guard Kobe when you were on him. You know what? He's got trouble guarding you, doesn't he?
For the most part, you just got to make Kobe work on both ends of the court. You know, Rip has been doing a good job of running him off of screens when he's on him. And then when I got it, I just got to try to attack and make plays. And, you know, for the most part, when I'm guarding him, just try to make him take tough shots.
Let's talk about the guards, because the starting guards, Chauncey and Rip, 31 and 19. Kobe has 11 and Peyton has 6. They outscore him 50-17 as we watch some of Rip and Chauncey here.
Oh, they definitely just carried the momentum throughout the whole game. You know, Rip responded well. Definitely attacked the basket, hit his jumpers today, and you know, he's been carrying us throughout the whole season. And Chauncey's floor leading game has really been tremendous for us. You know, Rip knocking down shots right here, but it's just been a tremendous, you know, game for them tonight and the whole team.
And that is an advantage that you guys can exploit, especially with Chauncey. He seems to be having his way.
You know, Chauncey just trying to run the offense, and when shots are available, he's taking them. He's doing a good job of that, and you know, he's got to continue to keep it up because it all starts with him.
How much fun is this when you play like this and the crowd's going crazy? Can you put into words how much fun this is?
It's definitely fun, especially at this point in time when you're in the finals and you're playing against a great basketball team who's won many championships. You just definitely got to come out and just be aggressive, and that's what we've been doing.
Okay, you're halfway there. I'm sure you think about that. You may not want to talk about it too much, but you do think about it, don't you?
Definitely, you know, we're up 2-1, but at the same time, we got to worry about what we're going to do for Sunday's game. We know they're going to come back, look at film, and see what they did wrong. So for the most part, we got to really just keep attacking like we did in today's game and carry it over to Sunday.
But you got to feel like if you play this way, you're going to beat that team.
If we play this way, then we're going to give ourselves a great chance of winning. And that's what we want. Larry tells us before each game, gives our chance an opportunity to win, and that's what we've been doing.
Second year in the league for you, a lot more minutes. Could you have ever imagined even being in this position this early in your career?
For the most part, just working hard throughout my whole career up to this point. You know, good things that happen for you. God put me in a great position. Playing with the Detroit Pistons, having an opportunity my second year starting in the finals. As a basketball player, you can't ask for much more.
All right, well, enjoy this one, and we'll see you on Sunday.
Thank you.
All right, Tayshaun Prince with another very good game for the Pistons as they win this thing 88-68. Let's look at a little bit of Kobe and the way the Pistons actually shut Kobe Bryant down. I mean, he had 1 point in the first half. 1 point. I can't emphasize that enough. And only 11 for the game. So that's pretty darn good as you see some Kobe Bryant highlights here. And he had trouble, and there you see Tayshaun on him. And the Pistons played great defense, and here's Kobe afterwards.
Yeah, he got into a groove, got some breakout opportunities, and I was able to get his jump shot going. And he was in a good flow tonight. Well, for the most part tonight, you know, I was attacking 30 feet from the basket. I mean, that's something Phil and I talked about after the game is me not having to attack 30 feet from the basket, doing some things in our execution to get me sharper opportunities and quicker opportunities.
You know, if the Pistons hold Kobe to just 11 points in every game, he was 4 out of 13 from the field, they're going to beat this team. They cannot win. The Lakers cannot beat the Pistons if Kobe Bryant only scores 11 points in a game. We're back with more Pistons Game Day. Hang with us after this.
Channel 7's Rock Financial Pistons Game Day is brought to you in part by Rock Financial, the mortgage experts. By Wallside Windows, most preferred, most preferred. By the Metro Detroit Ford dealers, think Ford first. By McDonald's, I'm loving it. And by Nissan and your Nissan dealer.
newly designed Nissan Altima. Engaging. A shift in style. From fit to finish. It's forward-thinking. Introducing the beautifully redesigned 2005 Nissan Altima at only $239 a month for a limited time. $239 a month. Enlightening. See your Nissan dealer now.
Attention renters, if you're paying $1,000 a month in rent, you can own a $175,000 home with no money down at about the same payment. A Rock Financial mortgage expert can get you into a new home with low or no down payment with a mortgage payment less than rent. A mortgage expert will find the loan option that's right for you and get you fully approved before you start looking for your new home. Buying a home has never been easier. See the difference a little expert advice can make for you. Call Rock Financial now, 800-333-ROCK.
Feel it, live it, let the party begin at Greek Town. Come on, everybody, let's party, yeah. Come on, everybody, let's party. Feel it, live it, let the party begin at Greek Town.
Now at Arby's, you can get a delicious Arby's Melt Sandwich for just 99 cents. Arby's slow-roasted roast beef sliced thin, topped with tangy cheddar cheese sauce on a toasted sesame seed bun. But hurry, the 99-cent Arby's Melt deal is for a limited time only. Arby's, what are you eating today?
Introducing Arby's new Market Fresh salads with tender chicken and lots of surprising ingredients. Try the Martha's Vineyard, the Asian Sesame, and the Santa Fe. Arby's new Market Fresh salads, as good as you'd get at a nice sit-down restaurant.
Year after year in America, and here in Metro Detroit, more people choose Ford than any other make of vehicles. They choose Ford Escape, America's #1 selling small SUV. And the 2005 Ford Escape is a great deal for only $208 a month. Current AZD plan lessees can lease Escape XLT for $208 a month with 2028 due at signing. Equipped with a V6, automatic, power driver's seat, air, CD player, and more. Make the right choice. Choose the best and think Ford first. See your Metro Detroit Ford dealer today.
And welcome back to Pistons Game Day. Corliss Williamson and the post-game show has joined us. That's pretty good. You guys played awfully solid tonight. I guess your thoughts on this game.
We just came out and gave a great team effort tonight. You know, we set the tone. We had an 8-0 run early in the game. Our fans were behind us, and it just set the tone for us, and we try to feed off of that energy.
And that's kind of what you needed to do coming off that loss in L.A. in Game 2.
Yes, we responded from some tough losses in the previous 2 series and had to go on the road and win the game after losing 1 at home. But this team has played extremely well through pressure, and tonight was just a great example of that.
All right, let's talk about the way you played. Satisfied, not satisfied, or does it not matter when you win like this?
You know, the first half, we weren't very satisfied or happy with the way we were playing. We weren't moving the ball out well. But the second half, I think we played great team basketball, and hopefully that's something that we can feed off of and help us get the win on Sunday.
I assume it's nice that the Lakers are the team that has to be thinking about what the heck are we going to do against the Pistons instead of the other way around.
Yeah, you know, I'm pretty sure it's not too many times that they've done that throughout their career, but we know they're a tough team. They've been to the mountaintop, so they know what it takes to win, and we expect their best punch Sunday.
Really? Why? You expect them to come back even stronger than they did in Game 2?
Definitely, because they know if they get down 3-1, it's going to be very difficult to try to win 3 in a row. So it's very important that we come out with the same energy that we had tonight and not be complacent with the fact that we're up 2-1. When
you're sitting on the bench and the lead is building and building and building, are you sitting there going, I don't believe what I'm seeing?
No, I believe what I'm seeing.
I know you're glad to be seeing what you're seeing.
Yeah, this team has been very confident, and just to see how well we go out on the floor and we're willing to sacrifice personal glory for the team. You know, everyone's sharing the basketball. We're playing great team defense, helping each other, and that's what we have to do to win, and it feels great to be a part of this.
All right, and one of the guys that's been doing that since he got here is Ben Wallace. Your thoughts on Ben's, I guess, inspiring kind of play?
Hey, that's our heart and soul. You see the way Ben plays the game. That's how we all have to approach the game every night. You know, he sets the tone with the way he attacks the glass on the defensive end as well as on the offensive end, and he expects us to follow him, and that's what we do. We follow his lead.
Well, you say that. When you see him giving the kind of effort that he gives, even though you may think you're giving your all, do you feel like there's more within you when he's playing the way he's playing?
Oh, you always feel like you're slacking when you're watching him play.
Slacking?
Every play that he's out there, you know, it's like 100%. He's going hard every time, and we expect ourselves to play just as hard as him, and sometimes it's hard to do that, but you can always try.
All right, off the bench tonight, if you had to pick one guy, Eldon Campbell was sensational.
Yes, Eldon Campbell played big for us. You know, he's been waiting for this moment for a while. And, you know, just see him get away and get that breakaway dunk. It took a lot out of him, but he got it, and he played big for us tonight.
He even started that play with a with a knockaway, and he gets it at the other end.
Yeah, you know, it's like he was out of breath. I didn't know if he was going to make the dunk or not.
What's the next few days like as you're up 2-1, knowing, you know, a couple more, and this thing is over?
Just like any other day, you know, we have to go to the office and go to work and prepare ourselves for the next game. We can't sit back and be happy for the fact that we're up 2-1. We have to still work hard and do the things we need to do to prepare ourselves for
But you're pretty loose. I mean, you're pretty excited. You're pretty loose, even though you can be intense and focused. But it's a great feeling walking around practice.
Hey, it is a great feeling. You know, we've worked extremely hard this year to get to this point, and you know, we've been loose all year long during practice and during the pregame. So we're not going to change that at all.
All right, Corliss, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next couple days.
Thanks a lot, man.
All right, Corliss Williamson, one of the Pistons who contributed to this 88-68 win tonight that has put the Pistons up 2-1 after the game. Rip is the guy that I talked to. He led him with 31 points. Here's Rip Hamilton after the game. Played like you own these guys tonight.
Man, you know what? We just came out and played hard. You know, we played together on both ends of the floor. You know, we stayed connected the whole time, and we just ain't want to let this game slip away.
Is this as good as you can play? Because if you can play better, the Lakers got to be fearful of that.
I think we can always play better, you know, as long as we continue to just to play together, you know, and fight and come out and hit first, and everything else will take care of itself.
Were you able to do, it looked like it to the fans, I would guess, just about anything you wanted to do?
You know, it's not that easy sometimes, you know, like I said. But the thing about us, you know, we play good together, you know, especially in these type of situations. And we just went out, executed our offense, and let the game come to us.
You almost look up at the scoreboard looking 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 points, almost have to pinch yourself. You're beating the Lakers by 20.
Not at all, man, because you know, they're a team that can come back at any time. And we just wanted to stay on our P's and Q's and, you know, keep contesting shots and try to get easy baskets.
You know, when you look at this thing and you look what you got coming up, you feel like, gee whiz, wouldn't it have been nice if we didn't blow that other one? We'd be up 3-0 right now.
Well, you can say that about a lot of the games. A game in New Jersey, a game in Indiana, you know, and things like that. But we just said we gave a couple games away, and we know that. But we just got to come out and play harder. You learn from them times, and we did a great job of coming out and playing our game.
I would say you learned it another way. People were very concerned, maybe you guys weren't, that there'd be some psychological letdown, that it'd be a carryover effect from what happened, but there was none of that.
Not at all, man. We mentally strong, man. These guys in that locker room, man, you know, they do everything possible to get ready, you know, and come out and hype each other up. And we said after that game, we're going to lead this in the locker room, and that's what we try to do.
You think you got the Lakers thinking to themselves, what in the world have we run into here?
I don't know, man. You know, like I said, this is the NBA Finals. You know, both teams ain't here for no reason. You know, we're here for a reason. They're here for a reason. As long as we play our game, we're in good shape.
All right, Rip Hamilton, certainly one of the stars of the game for the Pistons with 31 points tonight as they beat the Lakers 88-68. Now, we're back with a lot more Pistons postgame for you coming up. But first, take a look at one of our producers in the control room. That is Reginald Hall, one of my main guys with a Ben Wallace wig. I guess he's pretty happy with the way things turned out tonight, huh? He's got him rocking and rolling in the control room back at the station. Oh, my gosh, Reginald, look at you. We're back with a lot more after this.
I like that.
McDonald's and Sony Connect are hooking up for the greatest music deal in history. Every time you buy a Big Mac meal, you get a free song. Just go to Connect.com to get your access to hundreds of thousands of hot tracks.
No matter where you go in this town, one name you see is Wallside, Michigan's #1 replacement window company. #1 for one good reason. We keep our promises. When you see this sign, you know you've made the right choice. Wallside, most preferred, most referred.
I got the LaFontaine family deal.
I got the family deal.
Get in on a new Cadillac at LaFontaine Pontiac Cadillac GMC. Get ready for sporty summer fun when you lease the CTS for only $289 per month. And that's for 24 months. Plus, get a free $50 gas card with every new vehicle delivered. Come in and enter our contest to win 2 tickets to see the Pistons take on the Lakers in Game 5.
I got the family deal.
LaFontaine Pontiac Cadillac GMC, M59 between the Oakland Pontiac Airport and US 23. LaFontaine.
The family deal.
I'm Lou Silver, the Diamond Broker, and I've been saving Detroiters 30 to 70% below retail on new and estate jewelry for over 30 years, but never like this. With 1-carat diamond rings starting at only $199. Diamond tennis bracelets from $88. Over 5,000 items, all marked down like never before. I know diamonds and a good deal. I'm Lou Silver, the Diamond Broker, at 9 Mile in Greenfield and Dick's at Eureka near Best Buy.
Things are heating up this summer, and we've got the perfect way to cool off with great deals on any new Honda Aquatrax. Featuring low 6.9% fixed APR financing for up to 5 years upon approved credit and 0 down payment. Take your pick of 2-seaters, 3-seaters, and turbos. But hurry, because this summer may be hotter, but it won't be longer.
C. Anderson Sales and Service, Honda East, Metro Power Sports, Great Lakes Power Sports, and Lapeer Honda.
Yeah, we're just, playing with a lot of energy. They're, shooting the ball well. They're rebounding. And we just got to do the little things. And I think once we, focus on the little things, and, we can get right back to it.
There was a certain part of the game when you were getting the ball down low and you were scoring every time. And then it seems like you guys went away from that.
Yeah. Story of my life, buddy.
At least lately in a Laker uniform, it has indeed been the story of Shaq's life, because when he gets going, it seems like they should feed him every time down the court, and then all of a sudden they go long periods of time where they do not get the ball inside to Shaq at all, and that is exactly what he was lamenting in that post-game interview right there. One guy who certainly had the ball in his hands a lot and did a lot with it offensively and defensively, really, when he didn't have it, is Chauncey Billups. Chauncey had a terrific game as part of the Pistons' backcourt. Here's what he said to me as he left the court. I guess there was no letdown, huh?
No letdown. We were focused, these last 2 days on just coming out and being very aggressive and not letting what happened in Game 2 beat us tonight, and we did a very good job of that.
What is it about this team, whenever something bad seems to happen in the playoffs, you always come back strong and win the next game?
Yeah, it's just pride, man. We got a lot of pride. We got a very proud team. We know how good we can be. We know how good we are, and we're not going to let anybody deter us from our goals.
Is that as complete a game and as dominant a game as you guys can play against this team?
I think it's, that's a great game for us. It might be. And I think that's a good enough game. When you can play defense like that and offensively you can have a lot of people going, I think that's a great game.
How about Eldon Campbell off the bench tonight?
Eldon was big. He's big. We said all along that he was going to really be one of the most important players in this series as far as putting his body on Big Shaq and, being able to hit these 15-footers. So he had a great game.
I know you can't look back, but do you almost feel like, darn, we should be up 3-0?
Yeah, we felt like that before this game, but, like I said, we can't worry about none of that. We're up 2-1 right now, and that's the reality of things. And, there's no ifs right now in basketball, so we're up 2-1. We got another game coming up on Sunday.
Your confidence has to be sky high.
Our confidence is. We feel like we're playing real good basketball right now. We feel like our defense is really anchoring our offense, and, we're happy to just be, playing this kind of ball at this time of the year.
You don't really have to do anything different on Sunday, do you? Same stuff, and you'll be just fine.
Hey, if we could do the same stuff and play the same way, it's going to be tough to beat us.
He is right about that. The same formula on Sunday would probably add up to yet another Pistons victory and maybe put them up by a 3-1 count. Ben Wallace on the night, 7 points, 11 rebounds, but his presence underneath the basket certainly changed and altered a lot that went on, especially from a shot-blocking presence. Here's what Ben had to say to me after the game. Looked pretty easy out there for you guys tonight. I know it was harder than it looked, but it looked pretty easy.
Anytime you got to guard, you know, Shaq and Kobe out there, it never comes easy.
Tell us what that's like, because obviously you've done a pretty darn good job.
I mean, it's tough. You know, they're two of the best players in the world today. And once they get it going, you know, it's tough to guard. So all you can do is just keep a body on them and contest all these shots and just hope they're having a bad night.
Are you even a little amazed at how much bigger he is than you and how much physical abuse you take from him?
You know, I went up against him a couple times. I know he's a big fella. You know, I know what he brings to the table. And, you know I just got to stick around and pick up all the scraps he leaves.
Tonight you got contributions from just about every single person on this team, as it's been all year long. This is the way the Pistons have played basketball. Finally, the Lakers got to see it.
Yeah, you know, I think all season our depth been carrying us. You know, a lot of people talk about Indiana and those other guys' bench, but our bench been carrying us for the last 2 years. You know, these guys been stepping up big whenever needed, and they just continue to go out there and continue to play whenever their numbers call. I think that's the key to the success of this team.
You are halfway to the NBA title, 2 wins. Do you allow yourself to think about that just a little bit?
Not at all, man. We just got to take it one game at a time, you know, just continue to go out and work hard and give it our all. And the team that ultimately plays the hard in this series is going to be the one to win.
In reality, could you have ever imagined the domination of a Laker team the way you did tonight?
Not in my wildest dream. You know, if anybody told us that the outcome of this game was going to be like this, you know, I would have begged them different. But, you know, we're just coming out. We just continue to play. We're not taking anything for granted. We're getting out the loose balls. You know, we're attacking the boards, and we're attacking them guys. They're attacking us, so we're attacking back.
You know, and it seemed like I talked to some of the other guys. The world was worried about the effect it was going to have on you, what happened in the last game. Didn't seem to bother you guys a lick.
You know, like I was telling everybody, you know, it wasn't going to bother us as much as a lot of people think it was. You know, we allowed that game to slip away. You know, so we swallowed that. We swallowed our pride a little bit, and you know, we hear all the criticism that Coach Brown been taking. We just want to come in here and, you know, just get back at it and show everybody that we still that same team.
Yeah, I guess I should trust Ben Wallace a little more when he says something, almost take it as the gospel. One other stat that really stands out from this game to me, Rasheed Wallace, 1 for 4, 3 points, 10 rebounds, yet the Pistons win by 20. Can you imagine when he gets going offensively how strong and how tough and how good the Pistons might be against this team? We're back with more from the Palace on the postgame show right after this. Please stay with us.
Ticket plans for next year are going fast. Reserve yours by putting $250 down now. Call now or visit Pistons.com.
Thank you, Detroit, for making Andiamo the #1 Italian restaurant in Metro Detroit. Andiamo was voted #1 by Gourmet Magazine and Our Magazine. Congratulations to the Eastern Conference champions, the Detroit Pistons.
The newly designed Nissan Altima. Engaging. A shift in style. From fit to finish. It's forward thinking. Introducing the beautifully redesigned 2005 Nissan Altima at only $239 a month for a limited time. $239 a month. Enlightening. See your Nissan dealer now.
What does Detroit All-Star Ben Wallace want in a truck? Power. Like a Triton V8 engine. What else? Gotcha. The highest available payload. Anything else? It's gotta be best-in-class quiet. Sounds like Ben wants the next F-150. Current AZD plan lessees can lease a loaded F-150 Super Cab for only $179 a month with $1974 due at signing. Anything else?
See your Metro Detroit Ford dealers and
Bill Bonds, truth? I love talking about the news, and let me tell you, this is news.
Only at Gardner White, one massive clearance sale. We must move merchandise. Every price is cut. You save as much as 75% on the best furniture with 0% interest for 3 entire years, and we pay your sales tax and no minimum purchase. Only at Gardner White, you get this amazing deal on each and every item you choose. Don't miss this sale.
This is the best time to buy furniture. Get to Gardner White now.
Hi, I'm David Hall. If you're a homeowner with a jumbo loan, you need a mortgage expert to help you match your mortgage to your lifestyle. Whether your loan amount is $350,000 all the way up to $2 million, the mortgage experts have the most innovative programs in the industry for purchasing, refinancing, or consolidating debt. In fact, no one in the state of Michigan writes more jumbo loans than Rock Financial. Don't pay a premium rate to get your jumbo loan. Talk to a mortgage expert today. Call right now, 800-333-ROCK.
Easier to find, easier to use. WXYZ.com.
Channel 7's Rock Financial Pistons Game Day is brought to you in part by Rock Financial, the mortgage experts. By Wallside Windows, most preferred, most preferred. By the Metro Detroit Ford dealers, think Ford first. By McDonald's, I'm loving it. And by Nissan and your Nissan dealer.
Well, that's my job. My job is to come in and do whatever is needed. And tonight, I knew I had to, help Tay on Kobe and try to make it tough on him, give him a different look, a smaller guy that can kind of get into him a little more and, try to force him away from the basket and not let him get a rhythm going, And luckily, he missed some shots, and we stopped him from catching a lot. And, the biggest thing was our big guys, man. Our big guys, they're taking a beating under there from Shaq. Can't nobody stop them but Ben and Rasheed and Eldon and Corliss and, man, and Memo. They're doing a great job.
Indeed they are, but so is Lindsey defensively helping out in the kind of pressure that he brings. It's something that is not in any way, shape, or form taken for granted by Larry Brown and his teammates. Before we go, I want to take a moment so that we can hear from Eldon Campbell, who doesn't get a lot of publicity, but he came off the bench and sparked a number of plays defensively, and he got a chance on a break. Here's Eldon Campbell in the locker room after the game.
No, it's an error, but we still got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do. I mean, as far as we look, this series starts on Sunday.
These guys in the locker room, man.
Meaning?
The series starts on Sunday.
No, but just because of the way they're going to come?
Yeah, exactly. They're not going to lay down. You see Malone out there hobbling. He's still able to contribute, not as much as he'd like to, but, they got a lot of fight, a lot of heart in them, so we know they're going to come out Sunday, and it's going to be a battle. It's going to be all-out war on Sunday.
When a guy doesn't get a lot of time but gets into the game and contributes and has some things happen for him the way it did for Eldon Campbell tonight, it's awfully nice, and his teammates feel very good that one of the other guys on the team is contributing the way he did. So hats off to Eldon and Lindsey and really the whole team for the way they played tonight and dominating the Lakers in Game 3 and winning 88-68, taking a 2-1 lead. We are back on Sunday, and Chuck will be back with me on Sunday for Game 4, the pregame show at 8, and the postgame show after the game. For now, I'm Don Shane at the Palace. Thank you for watching, everybody. And there's our boy Reggie dancing some more in the studio as we leave you here tonight from the Palace.
When you hear this, watch this.
Good morning, Detroit.
7 Action News this morning.
Thanks for getting out with us.
Your best wake-up call.
Grab the umbrella today.
Fast-paced and exciting.
Live in New York City.
Big stories and breaking news.
Attackers have destroyed
the most accurate weather and the best traffic.
The South 75 still looks great.
Experience and know-how.
Brand new in our next hour.
Each weekday morning, when you hear this, watch Eric, Carolyn, and Dave. 7 Action News this morning on your side.